Nobody is talking about this right now, but RFK Jr. and the MAHA movement has made some huge successful moves recently. I'm going to show you all the woke companies and how they have caved. But first, I want to show you this clip of RFK Jr. talking about why he's been so successful. Take a look.
One of the things that's been really interesting and really gratifying at HHS is how the industry is coming to us and saying we want to change and saying it sincerely. These are people who wanted to change a long time ago, but they couldn't justify change their shareholders. Because if you're, putting dyes in Fruit Loops in our country, but not in Canada, and you're making a lot of money on the Fruit Loops from that formula, because the dyes are the petroleum synthetic dyes are cheaper than the vegetable dyes. And it's hard to go to your shareholders and your board and say, I want to change things for the good of the public. They wanted to change things. And now, because the states are enacting these legislations, they're terrified of a patchwork of different markets with different rules.
So what are the companies that he is talking about? Hershey announced it's removing artificial dyes. Red 3, obviously we all know this one, is banned by the FDA for all products in the United States. Smuckers, I'm just going through a list here. Smuckers will drop all FD and C dyes, which are, essentially those are just the artificial dyes as opposed to the dyes that come from vegetables and fruits, for example. Nestle announced they'll do the same thing. General Mills, Conagra Brands, Kraft Heinz, all of them said that they are essentially getting rid of their artificial dyes. Those are huge companies, massive. Those brands run roughly 80% of all the non-whole foods that we eat. So essentially, if you're buying something at the store and it has more than 2 ingredients in it, it probably came from Kraft Heinz or General Mills or Smuckers. They're huge, huge companies. And that is just the food stuff. Again, that doesn't talk about all the structural reform that the health department has had under RFK Jr. or all the vaccine stuff that's going on right now. I'm just talking about food right now. The fact that we are getting rid of candy and soda through SNAP as well is huge. That was just in the big beautiful bill. A lot of people are not able to get soda and junk food through SNAP like they were before, which is obviously a good thing because SNAP is supposed to help people have food to actually live, and soda is not required for that. But in addition to that, this is, I think, the biggest part, and this is what RFK Jr. was kind of referring to in that video. Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana are the states that are signing the bills and executive orders that are leading to the changes as well. And this is obviously just coming from RFK Jr. just talking about this stuff, just getting it out there. Essentially what they're doing is they're requiring new labeling to be on the processed foods, and they're outright banning dyes from school lunches. And as RFK Jr. basically was describing in the video, what this does, it's actually huge, is that these changes make it much more cost effective to just do this across all of their brands, all across states, rather than just trying to do it in just Texas or just Louisiana. It's just too hard for their, supply chain to say, well, we'll do it in some of the packaging, but we won't do it in others. We'll do it in some of our products, but not others. They're just deciding, it's more cost effective since we already have to do this for 3 of the states to just do it for all of the states. Again, nobody is really talking about this, but I think it's one of the least partisan and best things that Donald Trump and his administration has done. I think it's a real shame that Democrats haven't even come out in support. They're not talking about it. Again, it's just good for everybody's kids. So this is just an awesome, awesome thing. It's good for all of us. It's good for adults. It just really isn't about political ideology or party. I love interacting with you guys outside of YouTube as well, so go check out my free Substack. I do a weekly newsletter where I talk about some things I can't talk about on YouTube or just don't have time to talk about. I'm also able to interact one-on-one with you guys, bounce political ideas off each other, and do Q&As. Go check it out right now. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please like the video and subscribe to the show so other great patriots like yourselves will see it. And you can check out the live show every single weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern, or you can watch another video right here.